All right, then. We can just get into it if you guys are good.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Dave, you good?
I'm good.
All right, sweet.
I do think the Sox may be trading Cease in the middle of this show.
Oh, no.
Love it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Hey,
draft
Dave, I haven't
breaking
seen you in so long.
How's it going, Hannah?
Good. Do you miss me?
Like I miss head lice.
Got it.
I'm just
I was
joking,
just
Hannah.
trying to set the tone of the call just to check your vibe, and you're still an asshole. So I just wanted to confirm.
I will never change. But that was just a quote from Entourage. I didn't mean that.
That's okay.
Oh, we got to leave that
Fine.
in. All right. On that note, all right, Big Bang. Today is Monday. It is February 12th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports, Snake Draft Monday. We are joined on Zoom by Kayce Smith and Hannah Cook. Hannah, this is your first one. Lovely first words to Dave. Great to have you. How you doing?
Thank you guys so much for having me. I am great. I'm super excited to be on today. Talk about Valentine's Day, which I particularly don't love. I'm not a big fan of Valentine's Day.
Oh, Kayce, how do you feel about that? Because when I was talking to Kayce about like who we were going to have on, and you were like, "Ooh, I think me and Hannah might be different on Valentine's Day."
I thought that. I was very wrong. Hannah and I were texting this morning, and I was like, so do you love Valentine's Day? And like, hand up to me, like, that's my bad. I thought Hannah would love Valentine's Day. I don't know why. Maybe I like profiled her a little bit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but
my bad. No, it's like not even a bad thing. I was like, I don't know. Like, she's maybe more romantic than me, but I guess.
Oh, God, no. I'm like the least romantic person ever. You know who I'd peg for a big Valentine's Day girl? Kelly Keegs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
probably.
think
Like she would love, like for me, I'm like, why are we going and wasting money and giving me chocolate when I don't need to eat? And like, who cares? Like, it's like, you're just making single people feel more single.
I think Kelly probably in her younger days, like when she was like a hopeless romantic, might have been more of a Valentine's Day person. But knowing Kelly now, she's like realistic. But I mean, I feel like somebody on that desk, like one of the boys is going to be the most romantic here. And I'm excited.
Yes.
Oh, we got someone in this room.
All right.
I can imagine. I'm excited about this.
He's
I
wearing
have
a vest.
guess, but
You said that like it was a
Doesn't
pejorative too.
What's wrong
What's
with
wrong
that?
with wearing
Nothing.
a fucking? What's
Nothing.
wrong with being a
I
little
knew he
romantic?
was a romantic when he didn't have a Snapchat. I'm like, that's a lover boy right there.
I'm a lover boy.
Steven on the low on Snapchat. Found
I'm
that
a
out
lover
this
boy,
morning.
but I feel like I don't know what to make of these categories for this.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
We're so easy.
Yeah, I think so. The 5 categories are: it is cuisine, pretty straightforward; gift, activity, romantic movie scene, and then penetrating position.
Simple enough.
So it's like, yeah, I think it's pretty
Not to
straightforward.
make it that.
Yeah, it's like you see who's bored. It's be like, oh, I would like,
right.
I would like to go through that
I
Valentine's
don't know.
Day the most.
I don't know if cuisines are necessarily like associated with.
Well, I'm not saying that, but
I would say so.
I would say there's a couple, yes, but I would also be like, you're building like a Valentine's Day.
All right.
So it's like, which one would you like to go to with a girl? And then in their case, like,
See,
if
that's
you're a girl,
that's the weird part about this. So, like, I think this is an awful fucking holiday. It's the worst holiday.
I don't
You
think many
guys
people
what's,
disagree
what's
with you.
the
So, like,
Valentine's
I'm
Day
gonna-
version of Scrooge?
Am
Because
I
you guys
gonna-
are all Valentine's Day Scrooges.
It's a waste of money, and most people
you'll,
think so.
You'll hear I'm not a full-blown Scrooge. Like I have
Oh,
some,
no.
but like I don't want to skip the day. But I think that like the Hallmark version is way overblown. Like I think we
Yes.
do way too much. That's too extra.
And
so I'm in the middle.
there it is right there. They open up with, we don't care about it. We don't like it. It's overrated. I'm not a Valentine's Day. But don't fucking even think about skipping it.
No.
Do not think about
I'm
skipping
not,
it.
I'm not going backwards.
I would skip it. I would skip it. I think it's
Hannah.
so pointless.
Bullshit.
Money. Here's the thing. I literally am not a romantic person. Like, I really don't care about love is like fine, but I mean, like, I'm not a hopeless romantic by
Hannah,
any means.
Love is bourgeois.
Celebrate birthday and Christmases. I'll be a nice person, but like Valentine's Day, like for what?
No, but
Okay, so
let's
Eddie.
say that you've been in a relationship for a year. This is your
Okay.
or 10 months. This is your first Valentine's Day with your significant other, and they just treat it like it's any other Tuesday.
Yeah, they're like, we're watching Lakers Bucks tonight.
Yeah.
That's not
Okay,
good.
that's really bad. But now we're contradicting it.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Thank you.
this does make sense.
Checkmate.
You're
See,
right.
Eddie, Eddie, you remember when I said I thought Hannah and I would be different, like you mentioned, like we might be different in a different way. Like she might hate it like 1,000 times more than me. Like I might be way more romantic than Hannah. I was going to ask you guys though, before we get into this, and Chief just talked about it. There's a big difference between like an early in a relationship Valentine's Day and a Valentine's Day if you've been with somebody for a long time. And then obviously if you're like married. So like where are we drafting this? Are we drafting this in like the honeymoon phase?
You're putting together the best 5 categories that the average person be like, oh, that looks like a perfect Valentine's Day.
Let's spark some romance in your life.
You know?
That's what we're trying to do,
like
regardless
okay, guys,
of your phase.
I'll soften up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like to be clear, because the polls are obviously going to be, we have more men audience, the polls are going to be skewed towards you. You're not doing it with that person, just to be clear.
Wait, what?
You know what I mean? Like if a girl
I'm not
is
having
voting,
Valentine's with Hannah? Is that what you're
that's
saying?
what I'm saying. Like it's got to be like you just look at the board.
Yeah,
It's like,
no
oh
shit.
But
See, like if I'm looking at the board,
Hannah and I are having Valentine's Day together. Maybe that do the votes.
Sure. I mean, I'm sure you guys will get all the votes done, but it's gonna be like, oh, I'm not doing this with this person. This is just straight up a board with a guy or girl in your life or in
How about
your,
we think about someone you like and then
yes,
think about that? Like
exactly.
if anyone even has that, I don't know.
Exactly. That's the point.
my only issue is that if I'm looking at the board, I'm voting for the one that I think is the best. Is going to be like you go to a movie, you go to dinner, and like that's it. There's no gifts exchanged.
Yeah, but I mean, you could. But the whole point
conundrum,
is, no, but you could find 5 things that are most bearable.
That's
at
it.
least.
I don't ever need an excuse to get a nice dinner.
I mean, it's probably gonna be hard for you, Dave, because I can only imagine how dry your romantic life is.
Completely dry, right? Yeah, you're right.
So you can't even imagine. You can't even think theoretically because you have never even been close to having a romantic relationship.
That is
right?
correct.
Do you think Dave's an incel? Do you know what that is?
I don't know.
Hannah, you and Dave have it's been a tumultuous ride, right? Ever since Barstool.
I mean, ever since then. I mean, it's been tough. I tried to make amends with him, and then he was talking shit behind my back.
When was I ever talking shit behind your back?
I literally went up to you at the award show in Boston, and I was like, "Hi, how are you? All is well." Like trying to squash the beef, and you're still rude to me, and like I don't like that.
I don't recall that. Right.
I'm moving on. I tried to be the bigger person, and you clearly can never be the bigger person. So I'm just taking that, and I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to continue to shit on your life because you bother me.
It's reciprocated. I promise, Hannah. It's reciprocated.
It's going to be
Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Yeah.
I thought I was going to come in and just argue with Chief about the absurd take that cheese is a sidekick. I mean, that is one of the worst fucking takes I've ever heard. And you know what, Chief? I don't even feel like we need to beef because Hannah and White Sox Dave actually hate each other. So you have the worst opinion on the planet, worst opinion I've ever heard, but doesn't matter.
This could be worse.
Yeah, let's try to keep objective. Yeah. There might be beef in the room, but let's try to be objective with everyone's picks. I'm sure that'll go over well.
Cheese is a sidekick.
Okay.
And I think I won that draft. Did I not?
I haven't checked.
Yeah. Oh, what a surprise!
I haven't checked.
If Eddie wins, he leads the show with who won last week. What?
A grilled cheese. When you order a grilled cheese,
yes,
you're thinking the bread is the main part. So when you order a turkey sandwich, is the bread the main part? When you order a VLT,
it's the turkey. But if you without that bread, you're just having a melted piece of cheese in a pan. You're just gonna scrape it off. It's the essence of the sandwich. You
can order cheese at. What you're telling me is you don't go to nice restaurants. You
I
can
go to
order
nice.
A full platter of cheese.
You're talking to the Burrata King. You think I don't know you can have cheese on its own? Okay, but of course,
so it's not a sidekick.
It absolutely is a sidekick. Pippen played for the Trailblazers and the Rockets too, but he's known as a sidekick because primarily it's with something else.
But if you're sitting down with like a glass of red wine and you ask people what they would pair that with, majority of the time, people with good taste will say a nice cheese.
What kind?
Yeah.
What kind do I like? I personally like a dry cheddar, but I know that's pretty basic.
All right, so you're pairing the cheese with the wine. Wouldn't the cheese be the sidekick of the wine?
I mean, I eat cheese more than I eat wine. I literally am the person that will get a bag of cheese out of my refrigerator and just eat right out of it. So maybe I'm a wrong person to ask, but it's not a sidekick.
I would put cheese on cereal if it were socially acceptable. That's how good cheese is.
Cheese is great.
Queso, like you're not eating just the chips, you're eating the queso, which is melted cheese. Like,
Yeah,
you don't need,
are you drinking it with a straw or are you dunking something?
chip is a vehicle to get a liquid to your
that's true. That's true.
That is true.
There are examples where cheese is the star, but more times than not, it's macaroni and cheese.
Ham and
Ham and cheese. A cheeseburger. Brandon wants to have a cheeseburger. Hold the burger.
Order chips and salsa or chips and guac, isn't it simply just to get it from the pot, bowl, whatever, from there to your mouth?
It's a conduit, but it's cheese. So
you can order melted cheese.
It's an integral part. Yeah, there's exceptions. There are exceptions to every rule. You're not going to win this argument.
And Pippin was Barkley's sidekick, by the way.
You think so?
I would win this, but guess what? We're talking about Valentine's Day because we love love. Love is love.
I love love.
Yeah.
I love Dave. I secretly love Dave.
Right back at you, Hannah.
Love is in the air. All right, let's do the order here. Hannah, our guy Lance here has a number 1 through 5 behind his back. What number do you think it is?
5.
No.
Kayce.
3.
No.
Chief.
2.
Yes.
I'll go 5th.
All right, Chief will go 5th. White Sox Dave. Lance has 1 through 4 behind his back. What number
3.
is it?
No.
I'm going to say 4.
Yes.
I'm going to take the second pick. Hannah, Lance has 1 through 3 behind his back. What number is it?
1.
Yes.
Okay, so Hannah, you could pick to go 1st, 3rd, or 4th.
3rd.
All right. Kayce, 1 or 2?
2.
Yes.
You can go 1st or 4th, Kayce.
Go 4th.
First?
Did you say fourth or first?
No, I'm going 4th, and I have a strategy.
Okay.
It
Going
said
4th.
Oh, she's
sounded
got a
like you said
strategy.
forced.
Got a strategy. Going first is overrated in snake drafts. I just want to say that.
In most cases, it is.
I would agree.
Some, it's not.
Everyone just bear with me here because I'm a newbie to snake drafts, but
No
I'm
problem.
gonna
You'll be good.
try my best.
Before we get going, though, I do want to talk to you guys about ChevyDriveChicago.com because Chicagoland, it's that time of the year again. It's Chicago Auto Show time. We're talking about Valentine's Day dates today. Listen, if you're in Chicago, Auto Show's perfect. It really is perfect. It's McCormick Place. You go there. You can have a couple drinks. You can obviously go look at all the full fleet of cars. And most importantly, you can find your new Chevy. So starting February 10th, so that was last weekend, ChevyDriveChicago.com wants to remind you to go check out the entire Chevy fleet at the show in the Chevy display. After you shopped your new car at McCormick Place, head over to your local Chevy to drive home a new Chevy. So what's cool about the auto show is they bring every single 2024 model that they have. So you go there, they'll be like, oh, Chevy Blazer. Like, I like the way I fit in this mode. This is comfortable. I like the center console here. I like the dash. I like the nav and everything like that. Or, hey, maybe I'll go with the Equinox. So there's a lot of different options there where you could see exactly what you like. And you could go right to your dealer after that. So go check out the Chicago Auto Show. And if you're not able to make it out, obviously just go to ChevyDriveChicago.com and make sure you just find your new Chevy. And on that note, we could get into the draft. Shout out Chevy. So with that said, your first White Sox, Dave, and you're on the clock. What's going first overall?
Obviously, I've never talked to a girl, let alone spent a Valentine's Day with one. So on that note, I'm just going to be building my board on stuff that I can pass off as like a date or gift idea, but it's just something that I want to do for myself. So on that note, we're going to go to a nice Italian restaurant. And that's
So cuisine is Italian.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're doing cuisine. You want to do the Lady and the Tramp thing.
No, I don't want
That's
to do
where
that.
your
I just
brain
want
is.
to eat like a mountain of rigatoni alla vodka and like
You want
obviously
a little. You want a
oysters.
spaghetti smooch.
Wow, Dave, we
If
might
that
actually
happens-
hit it off because that was my number one. So damn.
I think that's like Chief said prior to. I don't know if that was recorded or not, but there's not necessarily a type of cuisine associated with Valentine's Day.
I kind of think
I
Italian
think Italian is
it
the
has
one.
to be because
Yeah.
red wine. It's
Right.
romantic. Red wine with chocolate. Red wine with cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them got the red leather boots.
I was
Like,
going to
it's
say
kinda, you know,
a lot of. I feel
Yeah.
like at least in Chicago, they're like dimly lit. A lot of times these nicer Italian
Nice
places.
music.
Yeah.
Usually some good ambiance at Italian restaurants.
I would say for location, that Trivoli Tavern is.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't been.
Well,
It's
you
on my
don't
to-do
have,
list.
according to Hannah,
Yeah.
you would have no one to go with.
I could go alone though.
You could, yes.
I mean, I'm
could.
sure there's a bunch of singles there looking for love too.
Singles. Go hit up the bar.
Yeah.
Trivoli Tavern. Kayce, next time you're in town, you should try to find your way to Trivoli Tavern in West Loop. It is spectacular.
Yeah, it's a nice romantic place.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll take White Sox Dave since he's never been before.
Perfect. Love it.
Oh, that's a good date. That's perfect.
That is beautiful. Yeah, I would say this, and I'd say there's a clear 1-2 for cuisine. I think in my head, maybe 1, 2, 3. I'd be surprised if they don't go in that order, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Obviously, not going to tip other picks, but I think Italian is a perfectly
pretty
solid
chalky,
1-1. Yeah. On that note, I'm up next. I'm going to go chalk as well. I'm going to go gift. This is the one thing I kind of do like about Valentine's Day because it's kind of like a, just don't think, just shoot, and it's flowers for a gift.
Yeah, like I feel like even people who aren't big time Valentine's Day people, it's the easiest thing in the world because like flowers are, they die. I get that, but they are beautiful for some amount of time. And if you are in a relationship and you're listening to this right now and you are like, hey, you know what? My girlfriend, my boyfriend, they're not really into Valentine's Day. Just get some flowers. It's the easiest way in the world to just say, hey, I'm thinking about you. Here's today's gift. Like it's easy. And they don't have to be some over the top expensive bouquet, in my opinion. Like it can just be something nice and from the heart.
It's a nice gesture.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice gesture. Thought that counts.
And correct me if I'm wrong, even if girls don't like flowers, if they're not flower girls, so to speak, like they're fine with them that one day.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, of course. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a flower girl, but I like the thought that counts. I think the thought is more than the flower. Like you could get ugly flowers. So guys, if you're listening to this, you never mess up with flowers. It doesn't matter. You can get cheap ones, ugly ones, whatever. If a girl's not too picky, then you're still giving the gesture.
I feel like this is just like all you got to do is show up.
Yeah,
like 90% of the battle is just showing up, buying flowers, and just showing up.
Like, because if the guys who don't participate in Valentine's Day, they're literally cowards. Like, they're just stupid and they don't have a base on reality, a touch with reality. Like, just get her a card or flowers. It's so simple.
Also, in major cities, there are people outside of like public transportation. Like in New York, there's a guy selling flowers outside the subway.
Yeah.
You're on your way home. You're getting out of a taxi. You can see it. I was walking in Manhattan a few years ago with one of my best guy friends, and his girlfriend was at home. It was Valentine's Day. It was like the actual day. And I said, hey, did you get her anything? And he said, no, she's not a big Valentine's Day girl. And I was like, okay, you got to stop in and at least get flowers. He was like, why? She's just going to put them in some water. And I was like, dude, I'm telling you, you should do it. He did not listen to me. Who got in a fight? Those two. I'm just saying, it's just a super easy thing to do. It doesn't have to be $100,000. Just some flowers.
I will say that girlfriend that you referenced, she's laying a trap. She doesn't really like flowers. I don't like Valentine's. That's a fucking trap.
Why do we got to be passive aggressive? Just tell me what to do. Like, tell me what
because
to
then
do.
it's like we're controlling you.
It's
like we want you to like want to do it, and like we don't want to tell you what to do. Like if it's like, go out of your way to do something for me, I don't want to make you do it because then I feel controlling. And then if you don't want to do it, then that's also alarming. So it's like,
it's more, I don't want to do it because society tells me I have to do it.
oh God.
Rebel Dave.
That's a you problem. That's
I don't think that's necessarily a me problem. I think that's
you're just literally
American
saying that you're
cultural problem. We have to.
So you don't think that you should be nice to women?
No,
or give them gifts?
that's a massive jump from what I said. I think buying flowers is it's a stupid act. It's something that's
Dave,
like
I will give you this. Paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars for flowers, I am not a big fan of that.
Stupid.
I think that's ridiculous. Because florists make a killing on holidays like this, but there's a difference between doing something like that and picking up like a bouquet from whatever town you're in, from like a bodega or whatever you may do. There's a difference.
Let me put it this way. I think that doing what you're saying, the absolute bare minimum, picking it up at a bodega, not taking a look at the first bouquet of flowers that you look at and buying them and taking them home and say, here they are. I think that's, if you're going to go and hand pick flowers yourself, beautiful, awesome, great. But if you're just going and spending $10 on the way home in the first bodega you see, I think that's lazy And
Well,
if I
Check
were
in
a
a
woman,
box, Dave. Check the box.
I'm
be
not saying to go like pick out like the shittiest flowers and just grab them and keep walking. I'm saying like and maybe this is a New York City thing. I don't know what Chicago does. I don't know what Nashville does. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you can go into a bodega and there's like a whole wall of them. Like spend some time and be like, I think she or he would like these. I'm not saying go pick up like the $10 trash flowers on the ground.
Wait, she or he would like what guy is wanting flowers for Valentine's Day?
We don't know in this society.
Have you met Joey Costa? You don't think Joey would like beautiful flowers? Come on now. Joey likes flowers. Joey is the most like beautiful, like decorated man I've ever seen in my entire life. That man knows his flowers.
True.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I don't
Checkmate.
see. It's more for Valentine's Day. Like if someone brought me over a bouquet of, I liven up the living room. Awesome, great. Flowers make the living room pop. It's more like, oh, you got to buy the Valentine's Day flowers. Like, it just, I mean, obviously.
I just view it as a toll. If I handed them over and she just took them and threw them right in the trash, I'd be like, all right, that's
fine.
That's just the business of the day.
You're
The
checking a
14th.
box.
I agree with you, Eddie. I agree. It's like you just did it because,
it's a toll.
Yeah.
But
that's a good way to put it, a toll.
it's a
I
toll.
understand that to keep things on an even keel, for sure.
Yes. Now you're learning, Dave. Look at you.
No, I mean, I'm thinking out loud. It's not that I wouldn't.
Well, Hannah, Dave, have you ever heard of the lemming theory? Or the lemming thing? Dave.
So lemmings are little like rodents. They're little like kind of squirrels without the bushy tail. And if one jumps off the cliff, they're like scientifically, telepathically connected to all jump off the cliff and follow the leader.
Okay, yeah.
So you just do as told, basically.
There's nothing Dave hates more than the lemming society who just follows each other and does something because
so now this is all adding up. This
Yes.
makes sense. So like you just want to be out different, you know?
It's not that I want to be different. It's that I don't think that I don't appreciate being told how to act for something as specific as this.
He's not a pawn of society.
Yes,
okay?
Thank you.
exactly.
Thank you,
And
Kayce.
that's made clear, and we now understand that. So I'm happy that we're on the
play
same
the
page
game
about
of
that.
society.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
I
there's
think,
no
probably-
there's no puppeteer pulling the strings on White Sox Day.
Yeah, I think your life would probably be a lot easier.
He's
if you
going
just
out
played the
and
game.
he's going out
I
to
absolutely would, but that's I will never stop fighting that battle.
All right.
Not just for me,
you're
but
gonna
for
go
all
out
of
and get her
us.
some hummus for Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Showing
I
up with
love
a thing of
hummus.
and
Hummus
some
is
chips.
fucking great.
Dave's shown
Like
tremendous restraint shown by Dave. 20 minutes
a
in.
great go fucking ham on a awesome dinner.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'd rather do that than like I don't need an excuse for that. If it's Valentine's Day, fuck yeah, let's go. Let's spend $500 on a nice awesome.
I have answers that will align with that, Dave. Don't you worry. I got your back there.
Good. All right. On that note, Hannah, you're up.
All right. I don't really know many romantic movies since I stated in the beginning I'm not much of a romance girl. So I got to go movie in the movie scene. So I'm going to go in The Notebook after they come off the pond with the swans. And she said, "Why didn't you write me?" And he said, "I did write you every day for a year." And then they kiss with their mouth open in the pouring rain for about 30 seconds. So
And then what?
that's my movie scene. And then that's it. And then they go inside, and I think you got to watch the movie.
Well,
really
that movie came
romantic.
out in like 2004, so we're not going to spoil it. But then she went inside and cheated on her fiance.
How romantic.
Yeah.
Well, hey, he said romantic movie scene, and I say if you're cutting into a different frame, that's a different scene.
That's kind of a good point.
So
That's
the
actually a great
scene
point.
on the dock is very different than the cheating. That's not romantic. She was
She's lucky they stayed together forever.
You've been
But-
getting checkmated all over the board 20 minutes in.
No, I think I'm fine.
It's a good point. I've never seen it, but
You never seen The Notebook?
no.
I've only seen parts of it.
Eddie.
That's
Wanna watch it soon, Ed?
Me and you?
Yeah, we'll watch it in there.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Wait,
I'm
Eddie and
coming.
Dave, why don't you guys have a Valentine's Day dinner at the Italian restaurant in Chicago,
kind of
buy
are
each other
tonight.
flowers, be romantic, and then go watch The Notebook?
Hey,
great.
Hannah, I got news for you. The boys are having a Valentine's Day dinner
Yeah.
tonight.
So actually, the
Wow.
good plug, a video it came out last Friday, where
Okay.
it's not out yet. I'm talking in past tense, where we are building our own Chicago winter date, and I am in charge of picking the dinner. Dave is in charge of picking the activity, and Chief is in charge of picking the bar. And
Okay.
we drew a
Is-
random. Chicago neighborhood out of the hat. And we also have a girl who we're friends with, and she's kind of like critiquing our steps. So
I love that.
yeah, go watch
That's
that
really
video
good.
on our YouTube.
That's a good romance little night for you guys.
Yeah,
Look at you guys go. Red wine.
We're excited.
Yes.
This is obviously a good pick, even if I haven't seen it, because I know all about it.
Right.
So I love this movie. I don't know that this is the most romantic scene in that movie.
Oh.
Wow.
The whole Notebook is romantic.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, so you're coming. Okay. So I just did it off the top of my head. I mean, like, yeah, that's the one that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Are you thinking that the one when he's like hanging on the Ferris wheel and
I like when they're dancing in the street.
I
like when they're dancing in the street quietly. I think
no, but
that's
like the amount
more.
of love and emotion that wasn't created yet in that scene, they barely knew each other. So it's.
She also picked like the most iconic one, which is smart, because it's like if you're looking at this draft, like when people are picking this on the internet, they're going to be like, oh, duh, the internet or the Notebook scene where they're kissing in the rain. Like that's
Dave, they're catering to the lemmings.
Shocks
there
me.
We go.
Wish I could say I was surprised.
Yeah, no, it's a great pick, great movie.
Good pick.
I would say that version of Rachel McAdams is my favorite version of Rachel McAdams.
Oh yeah, she's just so sweet and precious, and just, you could eat her up. She's great.
I think blonde Rachel McAdams is my favorite.
Oh really? I don't think it matches her as well. I think the red is just so, her hair just looks so good.
That's true. I don't know. She's hot all the time, to be honest. I mean,
yeah, she's 10 out of 10.
Rachel McAdams is phenomenal too.
Oh yeah,
pretty elite.
She's so hot in that movie.
That's a good movie.
Kayce, you're up.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys are going to accept this as cuisine, but I'm taking it for my number one pick, a home-cooked meal. Whatever the couple wants, a home-cooked meal. Because here's the thing with going out on Valentine's Day, it's like going out on New Year's Eve. The prices are way higher than they should be. If you want to get reservations somewhere, you probably had to do it last year.
Whoa, what do you care? You're not paying for that dinner, young lady.
Well, I'm just saying in general, if I'm in a relationship, I'd like him to save his money too, okay? Like, I would prefer my boyfriend to not spend money necessary. But here's the thing. It's like, I love really nice dinners. I know that if I go to the same restaurant on February 15th or February the 13th, more than likely it's going to be half the price. Yeah. Going out on actual Valentine's Day, like I don't need to do that. I don't want to fight the crowds just to have a Valentine's Day dinner. Have it another time at the same exact restaurant with the same exact entrees and wine and desserts. Spend less money, and at home, whatever your favorite home cooked meal is, whatever you guys decide. And I'm talking like, maybe put out like a cheese board, because it is not a sidekick. Have some nice wine, have whatever you guys want to eat, and that's the cuisine. Having and putting in some effort, not just like, throwing it on the table and being like, all right, let's watch Shameless now. If you want to do that, that's fine.
You're
For me,
doing
it's like
centerpieces, flowers.
Centerpieces. I'm saying like actually sit down and eat together. And if you want to watch a movie, that's all fine and good. But like actually put in an effort of like, this is the dinner that we are making, whether it's together for your other person or Valentine's Day.
But
like,
what do you say to people who cooking together and making home cooked meals is like a 5 nights a week thing?
Yeah.
How do you make it special? Me and my girlfriend, we cook almost every night.
So, and we do too, but here's the thing. So then if my boyfriend wants to make Valentine's Day special for me and we still want to do a home cooked meal, then like he cooks for me and like it is like a special dinner for us. Like it's like maybe we do like I don't know about you guys, like when I'm cooking every night, I'm not buying fillets every single night. I'm not buying lobster tails every single night. Like I'm talking about doing something that's seen as nice.
You're balling out at home.
Yeah, but like it's like comfortable, and we get to like have our nice wine and have like our time together, but we don't have to go pay $1,000 for like 6 ounces of steak just because it's Valentine's Day. I like Valentine's Day dinners at home. It's also just, to me, it can be way more romantic because it's just the two of you.
Are you getting dressed up at home?
Getting dressed up. I wouldn't like show up in just like, like a homeless person like I normally look, but no, I'm not going to like walk out in like one of my nice dresses, but I am going to put a little effort in for sure.
My head went somewhere different. I thought
here's
you
the
meant
thing. Dressing up
after dinner.
Yeah, for later. For dinner.
Okay.
My brain was like, wow, that's a really ballsy.
You're on to a different category of this draft.
Lingerie cooking a fillet for her boyfriend. Drake, and that gives you the option to do that when you're at home, Kayce. So I really agree. She can't be wearing lingerie to the to the dinner, to the nice dinner. She has to dress up.
You guys are making a lot of sense.
She can wear whatever she wants to wear. She can cook whatever she wants to cook. You guys can do whatever you want to do. Kayce, I love that pick.
And you can be topless. I'm serious. Like you can do whatever you want at home.
Yeah. I love that.
Something nice, and it's a nice gesture. So if you do cook together normally, then maybe one person spoils the other. I don't know if you guys know what March 14th is, and maybe it was only at A&M people talked about it, but March 14th is known as Steak and BJ Day. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that.
I have heard of that.
Okay, so I brought that up on Unnecessary Roughness one time, and Brandon's mind was blown. But the way that it was always like, well, Valentine's Day, like the girl gets spoiled. March 14th, the guy gets spoiled. And then, in other relationships, you figure it out. But for me, it's like if I usually cook or if I'm usually the main person getting the groceries, then Valentine's Day, my boyfriend makes me a meal. And that to me is special.
I never heard of Steak and BJ.
I like that.
You haven't heard of that?
No.
I don't think I have either.
I seen it like trend on Twitter, but I figured that was just like
you don't know anybody that
lead the charge. But Kayce, any FOMO for not getting like the heart-shaped molten lava cake? I mean, that's a miss.
No, because you're paying like for a heart-shaped molten cake. Let's just say, and I'm going to go not even New York prices. Let's just say normally you're paying like $25. On Valentine's Day, they're going to be like, well, it's the special dark chocolate kind and it's $75. And then like the tables are all like stacked on top of each other and you've got like Nancy next to you also eating the $75 cake. It's like, I can just come in 2 days and have the $25 cake and it's delicious. That's the way that I see it.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's good.
That whole thing where they cram you in there too, and if you get sat next to someone who's left-handed, your deal's ruined.
And then you're like, okay, well, we're going to give you a free glass of champagne because it's Valentine's Day, and you know that it's like the $5 bottle that you can go buy at a gas station, but you're paying a lot more because it's the Valentine's Day one. It's like, hey, I'll just come another day and buy the kind of champagne I want. Like, I don't need all this like fancy stuff to feel special on Valentine's Day. Just do it at home.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow, you got me.
I like that.
Chief, you're up. It's a big draft for you.
Why is it a big draft for me?
You're the romantic guy in the room.
I don't know, but like you gave me that label for no reason because you think it's funny. I don't think there's anything like true behind it.
I think you've said that you're a romantic guy many times on this podcast.
I like a little romance. Yeah, I like a little romance, but I wouldn't describe what.
I said, own it. There's nothing wrong with being romantic.
No, but like, there's something wrong. Like he's just like, oh, here goes Chiefy pumpkin patch and apple picking and all this shit that he always tries to like just put on me. Which I mean,
and
those
girls like it.
Girls do like it.
Sometimes guys like it too. Really... Sometimes guys like it too. They like a little pumpkin patch.
I don't
know that any guy does like a pumpkin patch. What's good about a pumpkin patch?
I agree with you, Dave.
No,
it's just mud and fucking orange gourds everywhere.
I would like an apple. I haven't gone apple picking in years, but I like an apple picking day.
Well, because an apple cider donut afterwards too. Always.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys were saying to call the guy. I thought you just said, Chief, that you want to be called pumpkin.
No.
And I was like, I don't think any guy would necessarily like to be called that. No. And I was very taken back.
I like to call him Chiefy Pumpkin Patch, though.
He does like to say that.
Okay, Chiefy Pumpkin Patch. That's a good one.
Yeah, but it's unfounded. He I met him, and then the next day he started calling, because I wear flannel sometimes, that he wants me to be like a pumpkin patch guy. He's like, look at his vest. Go apple picking.
Own it, yeah.
Own it.
I'll go cuisine as well. I already know I'm gonna get made fun of for this. I'm going tapas. So you're having like the small shareable plates. You're each tasting some different thing. You're gonna have multiple courses, and that is like, I like the shareable plate thing because you don't have to pick like one entree or like kind of tasting, doing a lot of different small bites and sharing, talking about it. So I'll go tapas. Dave?
I'm not to make fun of you for that.
See, like
I like it.
Am I just an idiot? But what would we consider tapas? Like, what is?
Tapas is like a Spanish cuisine, but it's small plates. There's tapas restaurants in Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like you order it and it comes right out. So there's no like, if you're on your first date, there's no awkward period of like waiting for your food to come out and you have to do small talk. It's like, oh, our food's already here, and then you eat and just you order like 10 different things probably, and then you share them all.
Damn, dude, the way you set that up, I thought you were gonna take ribs or something. You acted like it was absurd.
The only thing is, because
I feel like I say things that I think are normal, and then you guys take it and run with it.
That's how all of us do. But I just don't think of it like as romantic or Valentine's Day. But tapas are fucking awesome.
Yeah,
but like great, I love them. Like I guess it's a good pick because of that.
All right.
All right, you're up again.
I'm going romantic movie scene. I'm going the New Year's Eve, the end of When Harry Met Sally. So when you meet somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. It's a great scene. I'm guessing, Hannah, you have not seen it?
Never seen it.
Kayce?
I have, but only one time, but I know the scene.
It's a great scene, iconic scene. And yeah, I think this is going to sink me probably in the poll in the draft because it's an older movie. But it is iconic, and it's a great movie.
Is it from the 60s?
No,
that old?
like 89,
Okay,
90,
for some
something like that.
Wait, is that
When Harry Met Sally?
Was that Tom Hanks?
No.
Okay, I'm thinking of something
You're
else
thinking
then.
Sleepless in Seattle.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Of.
So phenomenal movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if it'll sink you. I think it's known as like one of the best rom-coms of all time.
I feel like our audience is a little younger.
Yeah, of course.
I haven't
agree
seen
with
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know it's
I'm gonna
known
go
as
watch that
though.
movie now.
You really,
I'm gonna watch.
You should.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch that movie on Valentine's Day.
It's a good idea. I watched it for the first time probably like 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It didn't like pop like I wanted it to.
Oh, I think it's a delightful
Really?
little movie. Yeah.
I didn't dislike it, but it's Billy Crystal, Dave.
Okay.
Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Did you see her
Meg
bush?
Ryan's great. I've only seen it one time. I watched it with like my sister when we were a little bit older too. Like Eddie, I think it was probably like maybe 5-6 years ago, just because it was like, yeah, we have to see it. It was just, it's an older movie, but it was still good. Like I probably would never sit down and watch it again, but if it's on, like I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's like you're flipping through and it's on AMC. Like you're gonna stop and watch through the commercial break.
Yeah.
But everybody knows the movie. Like,
Yeah.
you know when Harry Met Sally. Like, if you hear that, you're not, well, I say that. There's probably, like, tons of people listening, like, I don't even know what that means. But I feel like most people at least have some knowledge that it's a rom-com.
To me, it is like the rom-com that set the stage for all other rom-coms. Like it was like an elite movie, and then like everyone kind of fit that. They just took that formula and just repeated it throughout the next 20 years.
High praise.
Yeah, and also it was like the hype machine got to it. I'd always heard it was the best of all time, and I was like,
That's
I
what I've heard.
Best
too.
rom-com of all time.
Yeah, like people that.
I think that's such like, especially the rom-com, is so much about taste because they're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
kind of the same in
Yeah.
a way, you know.
Casey, you're back up.
I'm back up. I'm also going to do movie scene. And this, like, I know this is kind of an older movie, but we're a sports podcast, or a sports company. I hope people, so the Jerry Maguire, You Had Me at
God
Hello
damn it.
scene, was that yours?
I had 2 written down, and I didn't think anybody would take any of them, so I didn't even bother writing any more down. But yeah, this is like as
I
romantic
actually
as it
thought about
gets.
taking it first. I thought about taking it first too, but then I was like, hopefully it'll still be there. Obviously, like that movie, it's one of my favorite sports movies of all time, and like that moment that he has at the end of the movie when he's like, "Okay, I also get to go get the girl." Like, if you don't love moments like that, like what do you like? Like, you don't even have to be romantic to appreciate that.
See, I don't even
Casey,
consider
preach,
that.
because I drafted this in the first round of our rom-com draft last Valentine's Day with Fran and Rhea, and I got smoked. I got absolutely smoked because they're like, "Oh, Jerry Maguire, not a rom-com," when arguably it's got one of the most romantic scenes of all
I
time.
don't think of it as a sports movie.
Secret
really.
Garden, You Had Me at Hello, You Complete Me. It's got it all.
I don't.
It-
Wait, what's the movie?
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
Okay, I'm gonna write these down so I can watch them.
So to me, it's like, I mean, I'm like a Matthew McConaughey rom-com girl. Like, I love, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Like, I have Love Actually on here. Like, I wrote down a few, even like the boombox scene. Like, everybody knows the boombox
Fuck that.
scene. But
We're not talking about that.
okay, we're not. Dave, I didn't say it out of respect for
This is
you.
a Cusack free
Hey,
zone.
I still might take it.
You should.
I love that movie. It's adorable. And that scene's
But
great.
like rom-coms that are like billed as rom-coms are supposed to be romantic. Like, obviously there's going to be a romantic scene in it. Obviously there's going to be oh my God. Like, Jerry Maguire is a sports movie, and it still has a scene that makes you do that the way that you do in rom-coms. That to me makes it the best.
I think it's more of a romance movie
Yeah,
than
it
a
is.
sports, like by far.
It definitely is.
But it's not like billed as that. Like,
Yeah.
you're not like, I'm going to sit down and watch this like romantic movie, Jerry Maguire, but it has the romantic storyline. And that to me makes it so much better. So the end of that movie, phenomenal. I'm sorry, Dave, for taking it. I'm glad I took it now because that's by far my number one.
It's a great pick. The only problem I have with it, and I've had a problem with this, he's so much hotter than her. I'm sorry. It's just a fact.
Yeah,
so much fucking
I
hotter
wasn't
than her.
gonna.
Love doesn't care. Love doesn't care.
All right,
But it
so that
doesn't-
would be
Love
my
doesn't
criticism. That would be my criticism. I don't think he loves her. I don't think, even when he comes back, I don't think he
What do you
loves
mean?
her.
He loved the kid. He loved
he
her
loved-
whole
he
life.
What's
loved
not to
it.
love about that kid?
He
That
loved
kid's
the
adorable.
kid, and he
had him
sure
at
did.
hello.
Yes.
He loved the
She
kid,
had him
and
at
he
hello.
sure did like her a lot. He didn't love her. He didn't love her.
Who are you to say
didn't
that?
love her.
Who are
Oh.
you?
That's a quote from the movie. That's why they broke up for a minute.
She had him at hello.
Yeah.
Because she was desperate, and she was sitting with that old wives club, old divorced women's club.
No, she had him
Yes,
at hello.
that is
No.
a fact. He did not love her.
No, do not
All right,
tear
fine.
down love on the Valentine's
I'm not tearing
Day
down
episode,
love. I'm
okay?
holding it to a higher ideal. They
you are
both
tearing it
settled.
down.
They both just settled.
Scum chief.
You are just.
I don't know that he's wrong though.
I'm 100% right. They
No, you're
both.
not.
She needed a father for her kid. He needed to not be alone. They both just
Get
settled.
the fuck out of here! Like, just come out and say you hate love.
Yes.
Then, like, if you
I love love. I hold
Maguire,
it.
you had
I hold it to a
hello.
higher standard than Jerry Maguire. I want them to actually. I wish he actually loved her, but he didn't. He just didn't.
A, he did, and B, we're talking about the most romantic scene of a movie. And if you watch that movie and that doesn't give you some type of feels, then I don't know what's wrong with you.
Fast forward to the sequel in 20 years, they just hung on long enough for the kids to graduate, and then they got divorced because there was no
Stayed
passion.
together for the kids.
Yeah.
These guys' takes are terrible. The cheese thing and now this. Like, I don't know if I can be on this podcast with him anymore.
We only got like 45 more minutes to go, probably. See if we can run you off.
Yeah, I had two I really wanted. This was one of them, so good pick, Kayce.
Thank you.
Hannah, you're up.
All right, guys, I'm going to dive into the position section because
we
I
go.
feel like this is arguably the best position, penetration position. I'm going to go with doggy.
Yeah, I mean, people are gonna be all on your pick because of that. Like I think it's
It's
probably
like I want to win here. It's just not about love. It's about winning for me. No, I'm kidding. It's about love. But like for that, like that's the best, the best position. So
I would say it's usually typically widely considered the best.
I feel like
yeah.
girls like it the best.
Yeah.
No, I
Guys
think
don't?
guys like it the best.
I think guys like it the best. I feel like that was rare for me as a girl to say that I liked it the best.
It's not.
it's not.
It's definitely
But
not.
I think
but I do think that normally like guys are more vocal about it like publicly.
Yeah. I just had to bite the bullet. I was like, you know what? I got to just get something. I got to sneak something good in here.
Okay.
Since Dave took my Italian cuisine, and I really feel like that's what's going to hold me together.
No one's
It's the
gonna
most obvious
fight you
number
on this one.
Okay, good. I had to go. I had to do it. So I took that. That's my take.
what are you gonna say, Kayce?
I was going to say it's the most obvious number one draft pick for that category.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's like, it would be odd for the person that drafts that first to not take that.
Is it the most romantic position?
Depends on your
Ooh.
relationship, I guess. I would probably say no, like in
See,
general.
this is why I have problems because we're supposed to draft romantic positions, and I just picked what I thought was the best. So this is
I
why
never want to make
I
eye
need to go to-
contact with
No.
this guy.
I need to go to therapy because you're really right. I'm going to be honest with you. If we break this down, you are so right. If we thought the most romantic, we're not going doggy. My brain was just like, what's the best? And then I just picked that. So,
No.
wow.
Some can argue that Valentine's Day is just about having that couple's best version of sex. And if that's the
Okay,
best
thank-
version, then
Thank you, Kayce. Do we still have BetterHelp as a sponsor? So I might
We
need
do.
to-
I don't think we do.
I need to go. Yeah, get that.
No, see, Hannah, Chief just tries to poke holes in people's picks, so stand by it.
stay by it.
Stand by
romantic,
it.
yes.
I didn't poke a hole. I just asked a question.
No, I think doggy
Just ask the
style is
question.
great value at 8 overall.
Mm-hmm.
It's a first round grade for sure.
Sure.
If you wanted it, we're not a great name though. Not a bad.
What was I supposed to say?
No. It's a poorly named position though. Like
I think it's a
that's-
perfectly named position.
You think so?
It's straight to the point.
But isn't that kind of how all animals get down? They all.
Yeah, so it's like
They should just call it animal style. Like, let's get after it's fucking animal
Animalistic.
style.
renaming it
Yeah.
to animal style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's how dogs like.
No, they definitely do. That's how they do it.
Have you ever seen
I'm
those
pretty sure
rats
they,
fucking that one Will Smith movie?
Wait, what, Dave? What'd you say?
Yeah, there's that. What fucking movie is that? The Will Smith and Chris Rock. They're the detectives in Miami. Bad Boys 2.
Oh,
and
that's
they're
not
cleaning
Chris
out the
Rock.
rats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not Chris Rock. What's his name?
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence. I'm sorry.
All right, doggy's off the board, so first penetrating position's gone. It's to me. I got to take my movie now because Dave Zona doesn't have one, so I'm playing strategy here. The plane scene in Wedding Singer.
I knew you were going to take that.
It's such a fucking great scene.
Yeah, it's genuinely a great song.
It is.
It stood the test of time.
And he's actually
fuck
playing
Glenn
it.
Galooly too. That guy's
Glenn
absolute
Galooly.
whatever. Who's Galooly? That's a name.
Julia, it rhymes with Julia, dummy.
Yeah.
Duh.
All right. Yeah. Fuck that guy. He sucks.
One of the most punchable humans ever.
Yeah, Billy Idol's in it. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Nobody talks to Billy that way.
it's like on a PA. The way
Yeah.
the scene goes down is just
Grow
like perfect
old
start to
with
finish.
you.
It's a little sad that can never happen again because you can't run through the gates anymore because all the TSA and shit. Can't have a romantic plane airport rendezvous.
Yeah,
You'll get tasered.
Yeah.
And everything will be
you'll
over.
get sent
Yeah.
to like Guantanamo.
yeah. So yeah, the plane scene in The Wedding Singer. I don't know if you guys have anything on that.
I feel so useless with the movie category. I really am. I've never seen that.
It's probably Adam Sandler's best.
I would agree.
I fucking love this movie so much. It's such a good movie.
When you go through like an Adam Sandler phase, which Hannah, I don't know if you do, it's like, you watch all his greats. Like Happy Gilmore's my favorite. You've got Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Like The Wedding Singer has to be in there, and it does have more of a romantic spin, I think, than some of his others.
1000%. Yeah.
You think
Definitely.
it's like maybe the best rom-com ever in my opinion.
It's the rommiest of all the coms that he does.
Definitely.
Chief snaked it on me in that one, so
Yeah.
I'm glad I got it here.
That scene actually gives me the feels. You want to talk about me being a Scrooge on Valentine's Day? That scene gives me the
That
feels.
one does it?
Makes
They're
you a
in
little
so
mushy.
fucking love. Yeah.
That's why Dave learned how to play guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That song
someday-
is actually pretty hard to play on guitar, and it's fucking annoying to me. And he's actually doing them. He plays guitar for real.
Dave, you're up.
I'm gonna go activity, so I don't need to go movie, right? Until I'm gonna go. So I have not done this before, but it's on my very near to-do list just because it sounds awesome. I'm saying Manny Petty.
Oh, I had it yesterday.
Wow.
That's
did it
really
yesterday.
good, Dave.
Did it yesterday.
It
That's a
sounds just
fantastic
awesome.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that one.
I didn't see this
That's a
coming.
really
out
good
of you.
one.
Yeah.
I've talked
I
about
didn't
how I
either. You're
want to get a
sitting
Manny
next to
Petty
each
many
other.
times.
I did it
You're, like,
after
both
we
getting
left the bar.
massages.
How was that? Nice and shit-faced in that little.
It was great.
Yeah.
My feet were a little sore from basketball on Friday. Went in there. It was
Let her go to
it was,
town
it was
on
a
those
nice Sunday
cuticles.
afternoon for your boy. Oh yeah, cuticles
Yeah.
are gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cuticles are no longer existent.
Yeah.
Cease to exist.
I love getting a pedicure with my boyfriend because it's like you get to see like when he's like, oh, you're just gonna go get a pedicure, and it's like, no, you get to, it's so relaxing, but it's also so good for your feet. Like I know his feet are gonna be immaculate at that point. It's like, see, this is not just like a relaxing thing. This is also good for you. Like you need to get these.
Yeah. No, it's good. I wish they massaged a little harder. That's my only complaint.
And a little bit longer. I feel like they're getting short now. Like just over the past couple of years,
They've been mailing it in. We'll
do
just
you-
say it. It sounds like it's not just a Chicago problem.
Do you like doing it with a
No.
dude though? Like, is that?
I personally wouldn't want to do that just because just like I want my own time and you can have your own time. We can take that time. But Dave, for Valentine's Day, I would do it. But just like a regular Saturday when I'm like, hey, do you want to come get like, no, but like as a
see
nice
that.
rare activity, I think that sounds great.
Sure.
Yeah, it's an every once in a while thing. I don't want somebody
Yeah.
at my nail salon with me every single time.
I
Like,
think
that's
it'd be
my-
No.
fun, and you guys obviously correct me if I think it'd be fun for a girl to introduce a guy to it for the first time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And then watch and like maybe
Yeah.
I'm just childish, but like to watch how ticklish guys
Yeah,
normally
yeah.
are, like doing the foot scrub. Cause I mean it's something that you really gotta like grit your teeth through sometimes and to watch
I'm sure, yeah.
kinda like that's a fun thing.
Yeah.
All right, Dave.
Yeah.
Take us into the third round.
That was good. I like that.
Gift. No, I'll go penetrating position. I'll just go cowgirl. How's that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's not a crazy amount of them, so I can't.
That was my number 2. Dave, wow, we're more similar than we thought.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Jesus.
Oh my
Maybe that's
god,
what
you guys like the same sex
and-
position.
and-
Wow.
I accidentally just said cowboy when I was writing it in. I don't know. Maybe I'm a gay or something.
Neither the
Who
cowboy.
knows? Yeah.
are the
Yeah,
cowboy.
cowboy, cowgirl. Thoughts, Chief?
It is the best one.
Yeah, it is.
In my
It
opinion.
is. Yeah.
If I'm feeling extra selfish,
Yeah.
this is the one I would go
Yeah.
for. Yeah, if I don't want to get
Extra so
like, or if,
extra tired.
a little
I don't
tired.
know. I wouldn't say that that's selfish because I think that you guys were debating it on Hannah's pick of girls' favorites. Like I think cowgirl is most girls I know, that's their favorite.
Really?
So I screwed myself. It's fine.
No. You had
No
the
tippy picks,
popular
Hannah.
answer.
Okay, I was going, but no, I agree. I think that both are just like great. Those two go, those, like horses running a race and they're just nose and nose. They just run hand in hand. They just like, you never know
They're
what's
going to
going
get
to
the
win.
job done. They're both going to get the job done. And that's what we're here for, right?
I'd still say doggy's more universal liked, but than that though. But
Yeah,
Because some guys don't like to be lazy and just lay on their back like you, Chief.
that's right. That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
So
own it.
I'm
That's
open about it.
The amount of times I've said own it, Chief, just own
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm fully like that. Would if I could choose, that would be my choice.
all right, it's to me now. I actually want to ask for permission on this, and you guys let me know if it's fine. If you let me do this, I'll let you guys do this once in this calendar year. This has never been done before. I'd like to use my pick for a phone a friend, celebrity shot, so to speak, because I feel like we can't talk sex positions and not have Stu Feiner weigh in.
Okay.
So I have,
Oh, God.
All right.
I have him in waiting.
On standby.
So if you
yeah,
let
I'd
me-
like to hear from Stu.
Is that okay with you, ladies?
I feel like I'm about
it's
to. I'm about to learn something. He's gonna say a position I've never heard of before.
Okay.
Professor Stu is about to teach us something about Valentine's Day.
The amount of positions that I've heard come out of Stu Feiner's mouth in the seasons of Barstool Sports Advisors, I could write a book about it. I mean,
This could hurt my board, but regardless, I'm. Hey, Stu, you're live on the pod.
Okay, very cool. How you doing, guys?
Oh, hey, we're doing good,
Mr. Feiner.
Stu. So, I was curious. I kind of asked you earlier. I need to pick one sex position, but it can't be doggy or cowgirl. Can you give me a sex position?
Can't be. All right. So if we go, we can't go. It can't be doggy, and it can't be cowgirl. So I mean, I guess I would go with my favorite position, which would be 69, because it gives you the ability to, with your tongue, lick the clitoris, and you can put your tongue inside the vagina. It also gives you the ability, very simply, to put your tongue on the vagina for perfect penetration and stimulation. It also gives you the ability to have your fingers work, where you could be finger fucking the ass with your thumb, with your forefingers, with your pinky, and you could just literally. Most of the time, the problem that the woman has, especially when I'm making love to them, during the 69 position is after they come, they want to pull away because the stimulation is just too intense. Well, what I do is I lock both of their legs on my mouth and they just cannot get off. It's like riding a bronco. You know what I mean? It's like a bucking bronco. So I would say, doggy style is great, especially if you're snorting coke, because you put it on the woman's ass, and then it's very convenient. Also, if you're watching a big bowl game and you've shot your first load, where you could go for that second load for, let's say, a half hour to 45 minutes to an hour, you just put your phone on her ass while you're snorting the coke and pulling your game while you're banging the bitch. And so 69 always works. I personally think the best. It would be favorite number, favorite position, and it's guaranteed stimulation.
Stu, thank you so much. I love the answer.
Okay, it's an honor. It's a pleasure. It's gut level. May God be with all you guys. I wish you were there right now. Let's fucking go.
Thank you, Stu.
Okay, love you.
Love you too. All right, so I'm taking 69.
I
that's
mean, how can you argue with
crazy. That was
Stu Feiner?
Also, like for all the years that I've known Stu, you never know which voice you're gonna get of his, and the fact that he was like his normal, like when you go to his house and he offers you coffee voice while describing 69 is not something I expected. I expected like a full-blown advisor's voice to go, but no, I feel like I just walked into him in Sandy's living room and he's like, "Hey, would you like some Stella Blue coffee? And by the way, let me describe what 69 is to you."
That was a lecture.
That was good.
That was a lecture.
Yeah.
I felt like I should be taking notes.
Yeah.
Same,
And like to break the fourth wall, like I was like, Stu, if you can't do it, don't worry, because his dad unfortunately had an accident yesterday. So he's probably like at the hospital waiting, and he just gave that speech. So,
And some
In the
nurse
waiting
walked
room,
by
yeah.
and was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Is he doing probably like getting paid to like phone sex, Stu Finer phone sex? He should do that, by the way.
Jesus.
he should. There should be Stu Finer.
The Stu Finer phone sex line. I mean,
Yes.
maybe he can offer like a pick at the end. Like, let me talk dirty to you, girl, and here's a pick, by the way.
Oh God. Jeez.
Thank you for letting me do that. I think that was worth it.
Of course.
Yep.
I love that. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. So, I personally don't think I would have picked 69, but who am I to argue with Stu?
Well, you probably because you haven't been doing it right. You got to do it the way Stu says.
True.
Yeah.
I got some tips.
Yeah.
You gotta lock the legs. You gotta knock the right way.
Like a bucking
Like,
bronco.
you got to be like, hey, babe, wake up. It's time to do the Stu Finer
Yeah.
version of
yeah.
We're not 69. We're stewing.
60 Stu. Yeah.
Literally.
Hannah, you're up.
Okay, this is a tough one. We did, okay. I think I'm going to go activity. I think that I'm going to do a little like mini golf or top golf thing. Here in Nashville, we have a indoor mini golf thing, but we have top golf. It could be cute. You get some drinks there. It wouldn't be the most thought about pick because most people are doing the nice dinners or they're doing the drinks or they're doing the home cooked meals. So I don't think it'll be too trafficked and like too many people there. It'll be kind of chill and you get to like teach your girlfriend how to play golf and maybe like pulling them. I don't know. I say a top golf activity. That could be cute.
I don't hate it. Anything where I get to just look like an athlete and just smash something, that's a good time.
Yeah, like you're looking good to her, and then maybe you're like, oh, she didn't know how good at golf you were. I could get her going for the later after Top Golf.
And like she doesn't have to know that I'm terrible because I feel like everybody at Top Golf can kind of fake it that they're good at golf.
Yes.
You're really just trying to hit it as far as you can.
Does this knock
100%.
Does this knock mini golf off the board? I don't think it should.
No,
I don't think so.
yeah.
it's a completely different activity.
Yeah.
So top golf is Hannah's answer. Mini golf is still on the board.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I thought about it, and I actually had a slash, so I put the slash. But if you think about it, who's going mini golfing in the middle of winter? So I kind of just thought to myself, we got to go with the Top Golf because Top Golf's heated year round, drinks, food, a nice little couch you could cozy up on. Who knows? Like,
Yeah, sure.
Find some
And you're right.
rose
Even if the girl's not into it, she could just chill there, have a drink. So that is like a nice aspect of it too.
Yeah.
Or if the guy's not into it. Have you come across that, Hannah? Like some dude just like because you're a golf girl, like and you're just
yeah.
kinda
So yeah, this is why me and my ex-boyfriend broke up. Is because he couldn't play golf, and it was just kind of I don't have anyone to go with. So I was like, yeah, let's gotta
So
figure out.
you want to do
I can play
mani
golf.
pedis alone, but golf with your significant other.
So I think it'd be nice. Like for me, when I go out and film on the golf course, it'd be nice to have someone there with me to film for me. I think it's a totally different thing.
Okay.
Just for like work purposes and, in the sense of enjoying each other's company. You have a few beverages, the sun's going down, you both enjoy the sport, you both get to do what you want. Because I feel like most guys get in trouble because they're out on a Saturday drinking all day saying, oh, I'm going to be home, honey, in a few hours without her. So if you just take the girl with you or you do it together, then just like it makes everything better for the couple. Not every day, of course, but
Yeah. I've
here and
never
there.
had
Same thing as mani-pedi.
Yeah, I've never had a girlfriend that was into golf, so I can't really comment. But I like the idea of just having some time with the fellas.
Sometimes like she'll go and like find some balls for you and like read her book and like give you moral support, Some girls do that and some guys do enjoy it. So that's the feedback I've gotten from that.
I enjoy like Top Golf. I like to go play golf every once in a while. I don't want to go play a full 18, but Chief, I'm with you. If my boyfriend wants to go play golf, please go, because then I get to go do what I want. Like that's my thing is like, you can go do what you want to do. I'll go do it. But Top Golf is something that both people can do. And you bring friends, you can drink.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit of both. That's why Top Golf was the most genius idea ever, because guys get to go and like play golf, but then you can also have like the date aspect of it. So it's a great answer.
maybe a nice Sunday round would be nice for the girl, but Saturday, not to
Saturdays
take
are for the boys.
to take the famous phrase, but
go.
Saturday golf is kind of for the boys.
It is. That's just the rule of the world. I grew up next to a Top Golf, and I've never actually been to it
Oh, you should go.
They're fun.
at all in my life.
Yeah.
I've heard they're great.
They're actually so fun. This is not an ad, but they're literally just
They're very
so fun.
good.
I know that everybody loves them, and I grew up literally a half mile away from one, and have never stepped foot in one.
Try it out now. Kayce, you're up.
Okay, so a gift, and again, I think that this may be cheating because it's not on the actual day, but some sort of vacation or a stay at a nice hotel or something that's like an activity. Like I would much rather have something that I can like look forward to and something that's like not just something I'm holding in my hand. Like I'm sure there's a lot of people that love jewelry, love perfume, whatever. Like I would like something to look forward to. So even if it's something small, like even if it's one night at a staycation, or if you go and do like, hey, we're going to stay a weekend at this place and we're going to get massages or whatever, something to look forward to is great. So like if your thing is, like you want to go to a concert or you want to go to a sporting event, like something like that I can look forward to, that's an actual event, that to me means so much more than like another bracelet or another piece of jewelry. So I don't know exactly what that is, but to me it's like a vacation.
I feel like you just took like 17 things.
Well, okay,
I struggle with this too, though. I understand where she's coming from.
Yeah.
Which is it, Kayce? Because I think this is a good pick or a bad pick. So depending on which
I'm
one
gonna
of
say
those.
a vacation. So vacation, I have to pick one. I'm gonna say like a night away somewhere. Like I don't want people to think that I'm saying like you got to take me to Fiji or something. Like
No, I think
I'm
this is good.
saying like if
A
it's
long weekend, maybe a long
if
weekend.
it's in your budget to say like, hey, we're gonna go, to like Lake Tahoe, or if it's in your budget, say, hey, we're gonna get a staycation at like a nice hotel in the city, like whatever it may be, like something to look forward to that's just not like an everyday thing. Like this is your Valentine's Day gift that we are gonna get to use whenever we can use it.
I think that's good.
Yep.
then. I like it.
Good pick.
Yeah.
Good pick. This
Good
is
pick?
also
Okay.
Yeah.
This is also for the fellas out there. This is kind of I forgot to get something good and put thought into it. You just kick the can down the road. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna do a staycation.
Wow.
Okay, so
But
February
you have to
14th.
have-
What you have to have receipts.
No, I'm not saying like if I say to somebody like, hey, I'm going to take you on a vacation, and they're like, oh, okay, like that's one thing. If it says, hey, I'm going to take you on vacation too, and then you insert wherever we're going to go, or we have a night at the Mandarin Hotel, or we're going to do tea at the Plaza after we stay there, like something like that is different. Or if it's like we're going to go snowboarding and we're going to see like that, like you got to know what you're doing, not just like, oh, hey, I'm taking you on vacation, or oh, hey, we're going to take a night away.
Yeah.
Idea of what that may be, and it doesn't have to be grandiose. Now if you have all the money in the world, do something like a helicopter ride, whatever, but like just have something planned. Like I want something planned.
Maybe the hotel booked. Booked.
Like hey, like this is going to be our thing that we're doing. We're not doing it on February 14th, but my gift to you on February 14th is that this is already planned.
Okay.
Yeah. See.
No, I like it. I like
That's
it.
a good one. The night away is nice.
Yep.
Chief.
All right, so I'm going to do the gift as well. I'm going to take one of the things Kayce mentioned there, but it's tickets to a show. So again, something to look forward to. Maybe an artist you both like. I know Mook is performing on Valentine's Day. Maybe you want to take her to go see Mook. Okay, so so that just tickets to some kind of a show. Again, it's something you could do together. So it's like it's like you're having a date and then you have a future date already penned in. So tickets to some kind of a show, concert or otherwise.
Taylor Swift tickets are
I love
hot
that.
now, fellas. Like, I mean, I'm sure Taylor.
I'd rather spend the money to go on that Fiji trip.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift.
seriously.
That's Christmas.
I know, I'm
for
just
those
saying.
tickets.
Yeah, but it's like you get to do something together and you have something to look forward to, which I
Yes.
actually agree, because you could do something really small, like a small flower on Valentine's Day, and then you have the bigger activity to look forward to. It's more meaningful and
Correct.
more fun together. I like that.
I know I said it all, but like Chief, you just said the same thing. Like to me, an event or something that we're doing together, like an activity, is so much better than like a tangible gift. Like I mentioned, like I love helicopter rides. Like I think helicopters are awesome. Like they have, the sightseeing helicopters in the city. Like that to me is way better than something that like I'm opening on Valentine's Day. Like it just depends on also what the budget may be, but something that you can do together to me is way more like that means way more to me.
I agree.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
You're up again.
Missionary. Okay.
Yeah.
Missionary.
I go there.
This is the blocking and the tackling. You got to be able to do this one right. And you can make the eye contact, or maybe you just want to whisper a little something in the ear. That's right there for you
Sweet
too.
nothings.
Yeah, a little sweet nothings, or maybe something else. And yeah, so missionary. I mean, I think it's the original one.
I wonder what Adam and Eve first fucked. How they fucked. Was it missionary, think? Probably.
Definitely missionary.
Probably.
Or like, what if they just saw animals and they didn't know any other way, so they did a doggy because
did
they
animal
only
style.
knew that way.
Yeah.
They probably
Yeah,
did
yeah,
animal
yeah.
style.
Great point, Hannah Cook.
Yeah.
Great point.
Yeah.
How do you
Adam
think
Eve
they
definitely
figured out
sucked.
this goes here?
I think it's just an instinct.
I think it's like human nature.
Yeah.
I think it's like, wow, there's this thing that could fit in that place, and it might need. Let's just
Why
try
is
it.
this?
And then it led
Don't
to
you
that.
remember being like 11, being like, why is my dick hard right now?
Yeah.
That's a wild, it's a wild day.
Yeah.
And then you like look at a girl and you're like, oh, she's causing that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, she should probably have something that's going to make it better. You know, probably just the
Which
Yeah.
is
basics
crazy
of it
thought.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they probably just like their brains and instinct kicked in because we are also animals. So they probably were like, this is what
I
we
do remember watching like a documentary one time where they're saying that part of the reason why we're the only animals that do it missionary style is because like we started walking upright and it like changed the position of the women's hips to be more forward. And then that's why we started doing that.
And like
That's crazy.
Yeah.
naturally,
Probably doggy.
they were together and they saw each other. It's like, oh, mine's different than yours, and probably just started poking around,
Yeah.
figuring it out.
Yep.
Yeah, trial and error.
That's a
right?
good point because they didn't have clothes back then, probably.
And they
No,
will
they
fig
used
leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, but who
Leaves, so
even?
they saw it all.
Yeah, like how do we? They weren't doing the leaves over the cock and stuff like that.
Of course they were.
No,
That's when God kicked them out of the Garden of Eden, and they felt shame for the first
they
time.
started doing it after he kicked them out because they felt shame for the first time. Shame is the
Correct.
first ever human emotion felt. That is a fact from the Bible, the one that God wrote, the Bible. Shame.
Fact.
So then they, oh, I can't have my goodies out for everyone to
Yeah.
see. So they started using leaves.
It's also the one I feel the most.
Went to a Catholic school for 12 years. I failed religion, so that's
Yeah.
on me. I apologize.
I also went to Catholic school, and that's how I remember that. So I got your back.
Thank you. Kayce, you're up.
Gift. I can't believe this one's still there. Lingerie. Like, I mean, this is like a good trip to, no free ads, but a good trip to like Victoria's Secret or something that's just like, and it goes to what we said way earlier when it's like dressing up. Like there, for me, like I love the idea of it, but I love the idea of it even more if it's coming from my boyfriend. Like this is what he wants to see me in. And it's also a gift that's going to make me feel pretty and make me feel sexy. That's easy. So like guys can be like, I want to see my girl in this outfit and then dresses it up as a gift for Valentine's Day. Like that's a home run for everybody. Like that's me, like, good lingerie, like set or
I agree.
piece, whatever. Like that's phenomenal. And then Hannah, and I'm sure you felt this too. Like then you get excited because you're like, oh, I mean, he picked it out, so we know what he looks like. But like, what heels am I going to put on with it? What lipstick am I going to put on with it? So then it becomes like a fun little activity that both of you are involved in.
Yeah. Guys, I don't know what's going on. I have to pause this. There's someone like literally banging at my door. Like I don't know why someone would bang at my door. So
You're
give me
good.
4
You're
seconds.
good.
I don't know what's
So
happening.
I've never done this because I feel like selfish. I'm like, this is just a gift from me.
That's exactly how I
Yeah.
would feel. I would.
No.
Right.
It's not. Maybe I'm different. I don't know. And I know that there's probably going to be somebody on the internet that's like, oh, this is a pick me thing. No, I love to wear lingerie when my boyfriend wants me to. Like, I'm not buying lingerie to sit around by myself. Like, I know that there are girls that they do that. I'm telling you right now, when I'm by myself, I'm not wearing lingerie. I'm wearing like a big t-shirt and yoga pants or a big
sweats.
t-shirt
Yeah.
and boy shorts. Like, if I'm wearing lingerie, it's for my boyfriend. So if he picks it out, then it makes it much sexier. So
Wait, do you like lingerie though, Kayce? Like, do you like
that's-
wearing it?
So he was saying that they were saying they feel selfish buying it because it's just a gift for them. For me,
Right.
it's like the only reason I'm gonna wear it is
Oh, yeah.
for my guy. Like I'm not gonna dress up in it by myself for no reason. So like, why not gift it to me? I know that you like it, and I know you're gonna like me wearing it, and we're gonna have it together. And I'm not wearing it for anybody else but you. Like that's my thing. It's like I want to wear it
Oh,
for
yeah.
not anybody else.
Do you guys like it though? Because I've always wondered, they're like, if you guys are gonna hook up anyway, is there a point? Like I've always wondered what guys' take is on this. Like, what do you guys like lingerie for girls, or you just like just wear regular clothes, or just wear?
I'm a
Whatever.
simpleton. I don't
It
need
doesn't
it.
matter.
It
No,
doesn't
but I
matter.
feel like it was a surprise. It would certainly be like a welcomed one.
I'm getting hard either way.
Yeah, but it would
Yeah.
be. It would be a
Yeah,
welcome.
like you're
Yeah.
having sex either way. So and then it's like I don't know, are you wasting $40 to just make her feel sexy, like make yourself
That's
feel
why
sexy
to
for a
me-
few minutes?
It has to be something that's like a gift. Because I agree, like if you're
Yes.
constantly bringing home lingerie, like again, like to each their own, like no kink shaming, whatever.
Yeah,
like, to me,
none.
it's like Like, I don't need that every single day. But if it's a Valentine's Day thing, and again, like I said, I wanted to do like a dinner at home. So like to me, it's like you gifted me this lingerie that you think is sexy. Like you went in or online, whatever, you picked this out for me. And now I'm going to get to put it on and like show you what I look like. That's sexy. But I don't want to do it every single day. Like,
no, it's a lot of work. It's just too much because I have girlfriends that this just blows my mind. She one time like went to go see her boyfriend at like the airport or something, and she wore it to pick him up. So when she took, I'm like, that was her idea. I was like, I would never, like, I don't. It's just like I'm myself anyway. You're gonna see it. Like you don't need to wear lingerie. I don't know. I'm just not a big lingerie girl, but I think that for this holiday, hit the nail on the head.
Okay. Yeah, I never thought about that way. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Hannah, you're up.
All right, I'm going to go gift. I'm going to go with getting each other a massage, either doing the massage together, or you're going to go and say, hey, you had a stressful day at work, go take this time by yourself, relax, go off by yourself, and it's just to each their own.
And that
I'm going to give them.
You're getting rid of the girl for a night, so it's a gift to yourself as well. Great pick.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
Get to sit around, play
here,
Call of Duty
folks.
with the fellas or something. That's an awesome gift. I love it.
yes.
Yeah, just like a little one ticket, like alone time. Here, I'm handing you this. Leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't
You
have to be
never go
packaged
wrong.
as I just don't want to be with anybody right now.
Never go wrong with a spa treatment ever. Like you could be like the most bougie person on the planet or somebody who never does any type of self-care. Like getting somebody even like the most basic spa package of anything.
Oh, it just is everyone can appreciate that. I think, guys always, I feel like there's this, the reason I didn't say spa, because I feel like it's like, there's a what's the word I'm looking for? Stigma around going to the spa. So just getting a good old nice massage, just deep tissue, nobody's denying that. And nobody's not enjoying that unless you're a crazy
like
person.
Russian bathhouses, like there's so many for like spoiled people now. Like Russian bathhouses are awesome. You can either do them together or like the fellas can go, the girls can go, whatever, like something like that. Like you're basically telling somebody, hey, go relax and take care of yourself, like on me.
Yeah, those are the best.
Yeah, you're speaking Eddie's language now. You start talking Russian, Turkish bathhouses.
Those are great.
Yeah. Get a schwitz.
A massage is a good gift. It's a good gift.
I have a hard time with them. I can't relax. I don't really love people.
Oh, so you're that guy. You're the one different guy that's going to be against a massage.
No, I know it's like an acceptable. I'm just talking personal. I can't relax. I wish I could. I wish I could enjoy more.
Is it the person who does it, or is it the atmosphere? Like, what do you think makes it so you can't relax?
I don't know.
Do they talk to you too much?
Probably need better help myself. Gotta be able
very
to.
insecure.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Work through that one.
I gotta work through it. Yeah.
Gotta work through that one.
It's to me.
Okay.
I gotta do it. It feels dirty because Hannah did say it, but mini golf really is like the perfect thing to do. And now they're like taking it another step where there are certain bars that have it now.
I know.
Like I think Puttery, Puttery like sponsored something at Barstool. I know. Like they just opened that.
There's something called Putt Shack, no free ads, but there is one in Nashville that's what it's called, and it's like a literal bougie. It almost doesn't really make sense. It is so high end, and then there's mini golf. It's like a really nice restaurant, and then you can go play mini golf. I mean, it was fun, but it's just kind of contradictory because it's like, don't you think mini golf is chill and like something?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's nice to do in the middle of winter when you have nothing else to do.
Yeah, I don't know if Putting Edge is still around, but that's another one.
I don't remember that one.
No. Yeah, I don't know, and I just really enjoy mini golf.
You love mini golf.
I do.
Yeah.
So-
Mini golf was going to be on your board somewhere.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I think mini golf's kind of boring.
really, why?
I mean,
but even if you think it's boring, it's done in a half hour. You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
quick. It's in and out. It's painless.
Yeah, like you don't want to like if pocket like that's way worse than going to a show that you think's boring.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's 2
big
hours.
time.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
You know, and you're just
Yeah.
I would make sure that I wasn't going to that show if it was a bad show. I'd be picking the show that I know that I would like.
yeah.
Also knowing that
but if
she
she
would
bought
like
it for you, then you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
So yeah, I feel because we talked about it earlier, but yeah, mini golf's perfect. I think. Dave, you're up.
I'm keeping it simple. I am going with the Build-A-Bear for my gift.
Oh,
It's
Build-A-Bear is
more.
so-
It's so much more like it's direct and specific to you, and you can craft it how you want it with your relationship. Like flowers, you just get flowers. Like I don't know. At least this
Is
has
Dave
lasting.
a romantic guy?
Yeah,
Like, you're putting
duh.
so much. No, I'm not kidding. Like, you have put the most thought into anyone. Like, that's so good. A little thought. You can put the message in them. You could record a message for
Right.
her and say, "I love you."
It's great,
Leave
isn't it?
there.
It's a great gift.
I think this is a stupid pick.
It's stupid, but it's at least better than flowers, and you're spending roughly the same amount.
It's a little childish.
I've actually never had Bill. I've never done it. So, but I'll take.
Yeah,
your
I've
word
never
for it.
done it either.
Take
That
your word
sounds
for it.
nice.
Very popular, obviously.
Yeah.
Like there's a
Yeah.
reason that it's
But
super popular.
my point is, if you're gonna do something quick and easy and that has been done a million times, at least do this because the flowers will be dead in a few days. This at least has lasting. And it's like I said,
that's
it's
a good
more,
point.
Yeah,
That's a good argument for it. You'll always
and
have
it's
it.
personal.
and it's
Like you said,
personalized,
personal.
right? Yeah.
Good argument, David.
Yeah. Like it.
You need a romantic.
And then
movie
the
scene.
romantic scene. So I had 2.5 on my list. Ed brought up Adam Sandler, The Wedding Singer. I don't know how I didn't have that on my list because that I think is a first round pick. It's my all time favorite romance scene. This is next up. I am going with the animal cracker scene in Armageddon. I fucking love that scene. It's so adorable. It's so adorable.
So
I've
adorable.
never seen Armageddon.
You're the one
Me
person
neither.
on earth. Okay, so
No, two.
two people on
It
earth.
came out around Deep Impact, and I was loyal to Deep Impact.
They're
Deep
the same
Impact-
exact movie, pretty much, right?
I was a Deep Impact girl. I was
I
like,
saw
I'm
them
not
both at Epcot back to back in the same night. I remember driving. But okay, I'll set the scene. Obviously, it's Armageddon. They're going to blow up the asteroid. Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. His daughter's the lead woman in it, and her and Ben Affleck are in love, and he's going to save the world. And there's a scene right beforehand where they have animal crackers, and he's like dancing them on her belly and shit, and they're like making out in this field. They're playing romantic music. It's adorable.
Liv Tyler's in it.
Yeah, Liv
Oh,
Tyler.
yeah.
And she's
She's
a
a-
rocket ship in it.
Rocket.
The movie that I've seen the most with her in it is The Strangers, which is like one of the scariest movies of all time. I don't know if
That's my favorite scary movie ever.
it is horrifying.
It's
Good?
it's so good.
She
It's-
good? How old is
She's
she?
good. It's so scary. It's legit.
But just like YouTube the animal cracker scene. It's
Okay.
not going to spoil. I mean, the movie.
trust-
Yeah,
I
it's-
trust. I feel like I can watch Armageddon now. Like Deep Impact is,
Enough
it's
time
okay.
has passed.
Dave,
Yeah.
I'm happy for you because when I was googling around making my list, I went back. I Twitter searched and I tried to look at the rom-com draft to see what I was missing. And you've said this before on a draft that you think this is the most
I
romantic
love this scene.
So,
It's
yeah.
so fucking
So
romantic.
you're loyal.
It's so
You're loyal.
romantic.
You're a loyal guy to it.
I
It
gotta
gives me
watch
the
it.
chills just thinking about it.
You got to watch that. All right, to me, I need a cuisine. I'm shocked. The number 1 is still there in my eyes, but I don't think
I
I'm
hope
gonna
you don't
it.
take the one I want to
I
pick.
think I know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take it, so hopefully you take it. I'm gonna take hibachi.
I love it.
Dinner and a
I
show.
love it.
Yeah,
Hibachi's undefeated in any situation ever.
it
Hibachi-
is.
Hibachi is
so
so
good.
good.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like no one's gonna be
So-
mad about it.
Nobody.
No.
And it's an event kind of too.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Exactly. Like it's like you're doing something interactive with the girl, so you're not just looking at each other.
Yeah.
good answer.
I like that.
So, yeah, hibachi.
You might smell leaving dinner.
It's all right.
Like,
It's
fine.
Smell like
You
grilled
both
onion.
are.
We
Everybody's
both have
on
the
the same
same
page.
smell. Yeah.
Yeah, grilled onions is a
Yeah.
great smell
I don't
too.
think you smell someone if you both smell the same.
Yes.
By
yeah.
the way, guys, I legitimately White Sox Dave just texted me already with the animal cracker scene.
Yeah.
Like that's how quickly I got that. Like that.
I need
we haven't
you-
even. We've been like 30 seconds off the topic, and I got like a text, and I was like, "Oh God, what is White Sox Dave telling me right now?"
I need you to mute. It's a quick scene. It's only a minute and
Well,
55
we'll
here.
save
Dave,
it.
why didn't you send it to me?
I don't think I have your number, Hannah.
Save it and have someone when you get to the office. Have someone to film your reaction, and then we could.
Okay. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
We could post on our
Sounds good.
Twitter. Yeah, hibachi's a slam dunk.
I love hibachi.
Chief's kind of turning his nose up.
No,
I don't like
no.
that.
I mean, I don't think there's.
Awesome.
I think you can make an argument for basically any type of cuisine.
Yeah, you can. And is there something about like hibachi to me is so unromantic that it makes it a little cheesy romantic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like kind of corny, but like
yes.
Right. Yeah,
You're gonna
exactly.
be sitting with people that you don't know, but like nobody
Yeah.
hates hibachi food. That's
Right.
the
Yeah.
thing. Food is
No
always
one.
so good.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you could do barbecue on Valentine's Day. Like I said.
Oh no.
Come on.
Yeah.
No, that'd be tough. That'd be a tough one.
Yeah. Hannah, you're up. So I wonder what.
Yeah,
if-
you're right, actually. Yeah. You're
Okay,
right.
so I'm going to go on a nice little sushi date.
Yeah,
I think a lot of, if you go to a higher end sushi, there's really good food there. You got the chopsticks. Maybe the girl or guy doesn't know how to use them. You have to teach each other. It's a nice, cute little teaching moment. And then in most sushi restaurants that I've been to that are on the higher end do have good lighting. You can get a nice little fruity drink, cocktail to start off the night. Yeah, I'm going with sushi.
This was the
Great.
one I thought. This is Italian or 1, 2.
I think there's one other one that didn't get picked.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm interested in hearing honorable mentions. Yeah, it's good. But can I say one thing? I don't like sometimes your mouth gets full, like because you just got to take one bite. Have you ever thought about that? And you're like.
That's a good point, but like if you know how to bite it properly, then you won't. I bite it in half.
Oh yeah, I need some lessons with that.
Or you just have to, like-
I go full. I go full.
So I had someone told me this tip like years ago now that if it comes in a roll of 8, you ask them to cut it into 10 pieces, and it just solves that whole problem.
Really?
And they'll just cut it into.
thought about that.
Yeah.
Do they make the rolls just smaller? So it's the same
It's
amount
the
of
same amount of food.
It's the
Just
same amount of food, just cut into
smaller
smaller bites.
portions.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, when
That's
they're
a good
too big, you're trying to like fit
Totally.
it in. Yeah,
But
it's
if
like,
it's
I
amazing
agree.
how much that little like
That's
2
an-
millimeter per piece.
yeah, that's
a good hack.
point.
Yeah,
That's a good
just
hack.
That's
Ask
a good idea.
for them to cut into 10 pieces.
That's literally a life hack right
Hey,
there.
you're welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
I've
Thank
never.
you.
That's
Thank
a
you so
great
much.
little life hack.
Yep.
Good value for sushi. 23rd overall.
Totally,
You
yeah.
got lucky getting
Great
sushi
value.
that late.
For the record, if I didn't do like at home dinner and at home meal, I would have picked sushi.
Pick sushi.
I think sushi.
I was shocked it wasn't picked. I was like,
Yeah.
I was praying.
I also think it's like has all the same benefits of like the tapas too, because like you're
Yep.
you're mixing and matching different rolls, you're trying different things. Like everybody's, if you order a few rolls, everybody's trying something, trying it
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Kayce, you're up.
Okay, so I have to tell myself a little bit. I realized that I did 2 gifts, but I meant the hotel is the activity. By the way.
I put that
That's-
down.
yeah.
I put
Okay,
that
okay.
down.
I
Yeah.
think that I said gift, but that's what I meant. It was that the activity is like a night away.
Yeah.
And the gift. So penetration position would be my last one. I cannot believe this one is still on the board, but it's reverse cowgirl. Like
I knew
feel
you were going to say
that's-
that.
Like that to me is something that's like probably not in your everyday repertoire. Like it's probably not like a move you pull out all the time, but it's like it's fun for both people. It feels good for both people, and it's like it's Valentine's Day. Let's spice it up a little
Let's go
bit.
wild.
I was gonna do something like cheesy, like ladies' choice, but then I'm like, well, reverse cowgirl's still on the board, so that's where we're going.
I feel like this is a very popular one in the Stu Feiner household too. I feel like he'd have lots to say about different things to do in that position.
I love Stu. I
Yeah.
love Sandy, but I don't need to think about that.
Oh, 100%, Kayce. I was just thinking the same thing. I just took a sip. Like I sat back. I was like, I had to listen to this for five and a half years of their sex life. I can't take another minute of it. I don't think.
I wonder what
I
Stu's
mean, the
doing.
amount of intimate details that I learned about Stu.
Yeah.
On
Sandy.
that note, I would like to keep it moving because I don't want no. I love Stu and Sandy, but I can't believe that one's still on the board. So I'm rounding out my top 5 with reverse cowgirl.
Kayce, is this the one you were telling me about? You said there was.
No, I was Eddie. I thought I was gonna have to go like wildly off the board and do like 50 Shades of Grey, like dominatrix type of shit.
Yeah.
We're going just like cut and dry here.
Because when I texted, obviously I said to both of you, I was like, hey, if you're not comfortable with that category, let me know. I'll sub it out, no problem. And you're like, oh, no, I got one no one's going to take, and I'm just going to take it.
I was literally like going through like my brain of like thinking about like stuff that Valentine's Day, people love 50 Shades of Grey, love the Christian Grey stuff. And I started thinking about all that because I was like, there's no way these guys are going to pick any of that. The fact that reverse cowgirl is still on the board, like that's a slam dunk for me.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Reverse cowgirl. And then Chief, your last pick.
And which is
You have
gift left? No.
no. Yeah.
Activity.
You need gift.
No,
You have
I
it.
had tickets to a show as gift.
Okay. Yeah.
So activity. Yeah, see, this one fucks me up because they're like both the same kind of.
Make it something
They
tangible.
can be.
Yeah.
But
I think it's if you're doing some sort of class together in the future. So if it's a cooking class, a bartending class, or something like that, where you're doing something together, you're learning something together, and it's like I don't know, some kind of fun little class. I just made that up. I've never really done it before.
So cooking class.
Yeah, sure, cooking class. Yeah.
But
I like that.
you know what a class that people love right now is, and I don't know exactly like what the wording would be, but I think it's like painting classes, but you go and like you get wine the whole time and they have like little appetizers.
Paint
and
and sip, yeah.
Paint. Like I know it sounds
I've seen that. I've seen it on like TikTok or something.
people like that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it'd be different if you didn't get to like have like wine and food with it, but it's like you actually like have like a date and then you're also painting. Like that's different.
Yeah. No. So I would say just some sort of class.
That's fine. It's the last one.
It's the last one.
Yeah. All right, Kayce, real quick, give us our honorable mentions. Ones on your board that we didn't get to.
Well, I feel like if I say this, White Sox Dave might just like walk off the set, but like the one that
No, it's true. I love that movie, and it's iconic.
The boombox scene from Say Anything, In Your Eyes, the whole thing. I mean, here's like in this day and age, whether you love it or not, like if something is good enough or iconic enough, it becomes a meme of some sort. And the fact that a movie like from that long ago is still a relevant GIF and meme on the internet, like tells you what you need to know. It's memorable. And also like the actual scene is so romantic. That one. And then, I know I don't get a second like honorable mention, but like the Love Actually sign too, like to me, you are perfect. Like those types of moments that the internet gets to like revel in, easy. So I got to do it. I'm sorry. I know
that guy was kind of scummy though for that, if we're being honest.
Lloyd Dobler?
In Love Actually?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a scumbag move, but it doesn't mean it's not romantic.
His name's Lloyd.
I mean, good thing his best friend didn't walk out while he was hitting on his wife. Good thing.
That's why I'm taking the boombox scene,
all right,
not the love.
Good.
But no, the boombox scene is very, very romantic, very iconic. So that's my honorable mention.
Okay. Any other more honorable mentions? You could just run through whatever ones you have.
Oh, I can run through any of them.
Yes,
I said like a wine or liquor tasting for an activity. Like those are always fun. I said for gifts, like a really nice bottle of whatever alcohol you like. Like I think that, you don't spoil yourself enough. So whether it's champagne, whiskey, wine, cuisine, sushi was my next one. I really didn't think anybody would say home cooked meal. And then, like I already said, with penetrating positions, I had a whole list of 50 Shades of Grey. We'll have to have another draft where we can just draft 50 Shades of Grey positions.
That's great. Stu will join us on that one, and that would be that's a great.
That would be interesting.
Easy winner. But like in actuality, like everything I said throughout this, it's like more about just like what each couple likes. Like just put some thought into it. Like whatever your partner likes to do or likes to eat or whatever. Like it's not that hard. Like it doesn't need to be cookie cutter. She likes dark chocolate. Get her dark chocolate. It's not hard. No,
you're right. All right, so I'm going to run through them right now, and then everybody votes who you thought had the worst draft. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So White Sox Dave, Italian, Manny Petty, Cowgirl, Build-A-Bear, Animal Cracker scene from Armageddon, Eddie Flowers, the plane scene in Wedding Singer, 69, Mini Golf, Hibachi, Hannah, kissing scene from The Notebook, Doggy, Top Golf, Massage, Sushi, Kayce, home cooked meal, Jerry Maguire, You Had Me at Hello, Night Away, Lingerie, Reverse Cowgirl, Chief, Tapas, The End of When Harry Met Sally, Tickets to a Show, Missionary, Cooking Class. So you're voting who you thought did the worst, and they won't be on the poll, so they can't win. Huh. It's kind of tough.
Yeah.
I know it's tough. Like I feel like everybody has like a really good answer and then like a weak answer.
Yeah. All right, Kayce, who you got?
I think I'm gonna have to go Chief.
Okay. Hannah?
I don't want to copy here, but I was going to go with that too. The
I'm also going Chief. I didn't like my draft. Didn't like my board.
Yeah. I think the tapas is a great answer for a normal day. And then, but like I could do that.
I don't even really like tapas. If I'm being honest, I don't even really like it.
The cooking class is what really sent me.
I didn't like that answer either. I don't know what I'm doing.
King of romance.
Yeah.
Let us down.
Yeah.
So ironic. He was the most romantic too.
Yeah.
All right, Kayce, you could go. We'll wrap up without you.
Okay.
Though. Thank you so
much. I
much.
love you guys. Thank you.
Bye, Kayce.
Kayce, film your reaction as you watch that or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I will not watch it. I'll have
to
somebody at the studio do it.
Awesome.
And give your honest reaction.
Bye.
It's gonna
Don't
be
tweet
honest.
it out yet though, because this isn't coming out till next week.
Yeah, next Monday.
So just text it to us.
And White Sox Dave and I are going to go to what's that Italian restaurant in Chicago next time?
La Scarola.
No.
Or the one that you want. Trivoli.
Trivoli Tavern.
Yeah. Perfect.
It's a date. Happy Valentine's Day.
Perfect.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Kayce.
All right, bye.
Hannah, did you have any honorable mentions that we didn't get to?
Guys, the one thing we didn't talk about was chocolate.
Yeah,
one
that's true.
said chocolates.
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't say that I would write home about chocolates, but I mean, that's like a necessity thing, a necessity for Valentine's Day. I think that was for a gift, which was the chocolates. I thought that this one was a kind of a crazy answer, but I don't know how much money people are spending. But I said golf lessons, like it's a thoughtful thing to give a guy. Girlfriend could give the guy golf lessons if he wants to get better, or if the guy wants the girl to get better at golf, he can give that to her. Just a thoughtful thing, knowing that they want to get better at it.
I think that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I had no movies because I don't. I did with the Titanic because I feel like but it was really rogue because I've never seen the Titanic. So that's just the craziest thing ever. But I Googled.
Have you ever seen any movies?
No, I literally was like a weird person growing up. Like I didn't watch TV. Like
What's your-
All right, you got to watch Titanic.
What's your
now.
favorite movie of all time?
The Parent Trap.
Hey, Parent Trap's good.
Which one? The Lohan one?
The one with the Lohan one. I
Okay.
actually watched it last week, and I was with my friend, and they're like, "I've never seen you not talk this much in your whole entire life." Like I just shut up the whole time and just watched the whole movie. It was great. I do think that for like in situations like this, it works to my disadvantage because I don't know how to discuss about iconic movie scenes. But yeah, and I also was gonna put American, just good old cheeseburger. You go to Topgolf, you have a casual, intimate Valentine's Day. Why do we have to get all nice and fancy? Because sometimes people don't have the money or the time to just go out to dinner with each other. So that was another thing that I put.
Yeah, that works. Chief, any honorable mentions?
Nah, I got nothing today.
Dave?
You're like, I'm done.
For gifts, I got vacuum, gym membership, lipo,
Implants.
implants,
Plans.
breast,
that's
breast implants.
That's a good one.
BBLs.
For both people. Wait, Dave, why didn't you say that one?
I was just
Implants
making
is
those
so good
up.
for girls. Oh, but if you actually said that for a gift, like a girl would love that, and a guy would. Depending
See,
on
that's
what
that's
but
kind of going back to, I don't even remember what it was, but like if I got my girlfriend fake tits, I'd be like, oh, your tits aren't good enough. That's why you're getting these fake tits. Like that'd be the thought process I would have.
No, you're right, and that she could take it the wrong way, but she could be like, okay, I'm secure in myself and know that I don't have big boobs and I want bigger boobs, and my boyfriend's nice enough to help me out and get that.
Okay. What about the vacuum?
I hated that. I mean, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Gym membership?
You're calling her fat.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
That is horrible.
Just break up with
you're
her.
telling her the vacuum, you're telling her to clean up more. The gym membership, you're telling her to get skinnier, and the boobs, you're telling her that she's not good enough.
And don't forget the lipo. The lipo.
Oh, the lipo.
Yeah, the lipo.
That's the best one. The lipo, yeah.
I got a couple. Obviously, I think we said jewelry for gift, but that's a no-brainer.
No, we didn't say that.
We didn't
We
say
didn't
that.
know.
Really? That's
I
surprising.
feel like jewelry's out.
Yeah, but
It's so out.
Yeah. I also
Jewelry is
I
so
wouldn't
out.
trust myself to pick out something too.
yeah.
And that's it, Chief, because that's the thing that puts us in such an uncomfortable position, because it's like, I tell my parents not to get me jewelry. I tell everyone not to do it because I have such a unique taste in what I like.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not telling you what to get me, then you're wasting your money, because jewelry is so hard to like hit the nail on the head for. And it's most time expensive. So you're kind of like walking a fine line there. I don't think it's worth
Point
walking.
taken. I got two cuisines. Mexican would have been certainly
See,
worthy.
Mexican to me is like, that's like a party cuisine.
Yeah, it is, but still, like, girls love Mexican.
Who doesn't?
Everyone
Mexican?
loves
Mexican was my number one because, like, coming in, I was really selfish and I wasn't thinking about other people. I was just thinking about what I liked the best.
Yeah.
So then I realized this was more of like a, for other people thing. So I had Mexican as my number one because that's my favorite food. But like if a guy was like, let's go to Mexican for Valentine's Day, I'd be like, that's not good.
Not okay. Fair.
Because tacos are so chill and like margs, like that's like a Friday night.
On a summer. Sit on a patio.
Summer,
like a chill. Sure, but I think there are couples out there who probably love it so much they could do it whenever.
Yeah, sure.
But
It's Mexican.
I also
food.
just said
Mexican food's the
bar
best.
food. I don't know, like just like sometimes just like some apps or something.
See, that's the thing. Like where we live, there's a good chance it's going to be 2 degrees with fucking 20-mile-an-hour winds and 4 inches of snow on the ground. Like it's always
so that
typically
was like hard. It's hard when you're making picks because like when I said mini golf, I was like, well, I would love to do mini golf, but it's cold, so it's like hard.
Yeah. I had 3 activities. Bowling. Bowling's kind of it's not bad because you get a little A little separation.
I feel like I always feel awkward bowling.
I hate bowling.
I enjoy it right up until the ball makes contact with the pins, and I got to walk back. And it's like everyone's looking at you. They're like fake cheering or being like, "Oh, you'll do better next time." It's like there's like awkward moments of bowling.
Yeah, and a lot of these maybe are for a first date or something. But there is like a first date, you're at least like you get some, it's not like in your face like conversational.
Yeah,
you could break it up. It's kind of good for that.
But the I think for me when it becomes awkward is like trying to figure out your bowling size shoe. Like you have to Velcro it, and like maybe sometimes they fit weird, and then you got to try to fit your fingers in the hole to see which one's ball is best for you, and sometimes they get stuck. I mean,
that's fair.
Stu would have a solution for that too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Dude,
I jelly.
Like I don't know. Like the only way I could really describe this is by like Dave and Buster's. You get some Papa shot in. Like that's fun.
Yeah.
That is fun.
Yeah. That's good. And then a sports game, obviously, which you kind of mentioned. And then my last one was a romantic movie scene. Was American Pie 2, where Jim, I know, it's funny, when Jim surprises Michelle at the recital.
Very romantic.
Yeah.
Casablanca.
So how's this for a band camp story?
Yeah,
it's good.
There you go.
So yeah, that's all I got.
I love the sports game one. That one was really good.
Yeah, I think
for some reason I feel like baseball's the only good one for that, for a date.
Really?
Yeah.
Hockey's the best, or basketball, courtside.
Yeah, get on the kiss cam,
I've never been on the kiss cam. I used to want to be on the kiss cam so bad.
I have.
You've been on the kiss cam?
You have, Dave?
Yeah.
No, I don't
How
know
this.
I 2009, 10.
Okay.
What happened?
I wasn't. It was just a girl that was sitting next to me, and we looked at each other like, no, and it was super embarrassing for her because like I pulled off immediately. And it was.
You didn't want to
long
kiss
story
her.
short, my buddy at my college, he was interning for Comcast, and he was doing all the like. So if you're at a Bulls game or something, like cut to TV 2 or camera 2 or whatever, and he set it up knowing that I was at the game that day, and
that's good. That's a good prank.
I felt so bad for that girl. She was very embarrassed.
What'd she look like?
She was not attractive.
Okay.
All right.
You wouldn't have done it even for the kiss cam?
No, it was more. It came out of nowhere, and I'm like,
this is awkward.
Yeah.
All right. Honestly, I think it's between Hannah and Kayce. I think you guys had the best drafts, so I'm interested to see who wins between you two.
I'm curious too.
Yeah.
What were Kayce's?
Kayce had home cooked meal, Jerry Maguire, you had me at hello, a night away, lingerie, and reverse cowgirl.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough to beat.
The staycation's an awesome one.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out how to get that one, but that's the pick, I think.
Mm-hmm. All right then, Hannah. Thank you very much for hopping on with us.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for having
Hannah,
me on.
It's great seeing you.
Yeah, I feel like you guys mended the fence a little bit.
We really did. So are we mended? Because
we're mended. We're completely mended.
I actually I enjoyed your presence on the show. We agree on a lot of topics.
See?
Look at us.
Look at us. Look, it's that.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? All right, guys. Enjoy your day. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks,
See you later.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. That's it for today. We will see you all tomorrow.